What's up? Evan from Stock Music Musician, and today I want to do a quick video on how you can stack players in Reason 10 and above to quickly come up with really interesting parts. Especially I like these as ideas for song starters when you're not feeling very inspired. It's a great way to get in a spot and then go. So I've just got the initial patch from Subtractor here, and I drug in scales and chords and the Euclidean rhythm machine. And I forget who this is by. Robotic Bean, I guess. Euclidean rhythms. This is a really fun one. It basically just creates patterns based on your busyness. So the notes are being generated by scales and chords. The rhythm is being done by Euclidean, and we'll dig into that in a bit. But I'll just show you, this is one finger music here, basically. So, super easy to start coming up with song parts. So we'll just mix things up a bit to show you how you can get inspired. Maybe some more complex chords, 4 notes, which are mainly going to be sevenths. Open chords, I think they tend to sound a little better. We'll stay in let's go to minor, C minor, and we'll move to a different range. There's lots of initial patches. You can see the density just will mix it up. But let's also mix up this patch just so that we don't want the mono synths. We'll do the poly synths here. Electroplasm. Alright, that pattern's a little too dense. Let's slow it down. A little more. Okay, the electroplasm ain't quite doing it. I don't know if you can hear this one. So, yeah, I'll show you one other way you can get around doing this. This is much more of a traditional way because this is based on the stock players. But let's also add in the note echo, and this is going to get real crazy real fast. So we'll go with a very simple, let's just do bossa nova. These are pretty simple, and we'll maybe even do the rate slower just because we're going to get some echoes here. We'll do a double octave up. And now let's hear it without. So that's just giving it a little bit of extra depth, but let's... Well, I don't like that very much. Let's pump up the rate here. Let's pump up the rate here, and we'll start to get a groove in a second. You just got to kind of bring them. So you can already hear all sorts of cool stuff happening as you've got these interlapping sort of delays and rhythms and patterns. And like if you were to put just a simple phaser, let's say, behind this, I'm not sure if this is still free, but I got this Native Instruments Phasis, which is a great phaser for free a while back. Synth pads. Gentle 6. Okay, let's see. And then even if we go to like just keys and guitars, classic stereo. Alright, so now I'm going to bypass everything just so you can hear what I'm playing. This is just what I'm playing on the keyboard with Subtractor, the most basic, one of the original synths in Reason. So, lesson, stack stuff, get weird rhythms going on and get rhythms stacking so that with three fingers, or 3 notes. Alright, and I'm going to show you something else really cool in a second, how we can use this to take it even to the next level. But first, I'd like to ask you to like and subscribe this video. Or like this video, subscribe to the channel so you can continue to get all sorts of great Reason tips. Okay, so these scales and chords here have some inputs, right? CV, modulation. So like the note length and the note velocity can be controlled by the LFO of the subtractor. So now this is going to start changing. You can see it there right now. And maybe we'll change the LFO to slow it, sync it, and slow it just a bit. But you can see how this is reflecting. So now you're starting to get more dynamic sounds that evolve into each other. Now we'll make it so it's not so. Extreme. And then not everything, unfortunately the stock ones don't have as much options, but we can also do like the filter envelope to velocity, and we'll just do a touch of this, less of this. And then the next thing I want to do is also add a reverb. And we'll just go with the stock reverb. That's why. I'm in instruments instead of effects. Okay, effects, RV7000. Can never go wrong with an RV7000. And what we'll do is we'll just do large hall. Where's the larger halls? Film score will do for us. So this is, we're not going to have the mix 100% wet, but this is what it sounds like now. And to make things easier, sorry guys, to make things easier, I'm just going to draw in this. And then I can focus on y'all. Okay. Set loop to selection. Alright, I'm going to shorten it. one's twice as long. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to automate this decay here. Okay, so we've got decay here from CVN. And what we're going to do for this, I'd actually kind of just, well, what we'll do is we'll create a pulsar. I mean, there's a million ways we can do this. Literally a million ways to do it in Reason, which is one of the fun things about Reason. But we'll do a pulsar, which is just another LFO. And we'll attach it to decay, and then I also want to attach it to the mod wheel. So this basically will automatically raise the mod wheel a bit, and it will automatically increase the length of the decay. Now this is probably way faster than I want. I want it to be kind of slow, pulsing. Now it's approaching it. I think I actually want it to be twice as fast. And let's just do it super extreme. Now that's way more than we'd want, but that way you can hear it a little bit better. And then we'll also do the high frequency dampening, which will kind of create a filtering effect. It's all about doing several subtle things that together like work, but none of them are quite enough to get you there on their own. There's no silver bullets here. All right, so let's listen to it now that I turned on the low quality as well, which will make it sound a little more grainy. And then we're going to do one more thing. Oh. I'm assigning the mod wheel to affect the filter frequency. Alright, so the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a delay on it, the echo, and it's just going to be a simple-ish delay, but the reason I'm doing this is putting a delay after a reverb, especially a reverb that is changing density, is going to create a really cool effect. And then also I just want a little bit of wobble. This might already be too much wobble, an LFO, just to give it a slightly more lo-fi sound. And we're gonna do some tube. Maybe a bit more drive. A bit of LFO. All right, now there you have it. Let's just listen to it one more time with everything bypassed. So first I'll bypass the effects, phaser off, reverb off, reverb off, and now scales and chords off. So there you have it. Even one finger music can be interesting if you're taking it to the next level. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a lot. If so, be sure to like and subscribe so that you'll get all the notifications about new Reason videos. Thanks a lot.